Hey everybody, welcome to TV&D. This is our Dungeons and Dragons stream where we take classic TV shows and turn them into Dungeons and Dragons campaigns. This is the first of our December Gilligan's Island D&D campaign. Very excited to see what happens there. I'm Brian. That's Carolyn. That's Eli. That's Tony. Everybody.
Hello. Hi. We're all
Um,
dressed. Tony wore a Hawaiian shirt. Me and Carolyn are in island flannel.
I found this
traditional island
like
flannel.
actual moments before we started. I was looking for a USB dongle. Instead, I found a festive shirt.
Sometimes if you're looking for something and then you find something even better but less useful.
Damn, it's true.
Bingo.
I
I
am
would
still
say
locked out of my Twitch account, and I'm really working on it, and I'm very sorry. And I'm gonna get back in soon.
that's less competition for TV&D, the finest Twitch channel in the land.
Yeah.
Or in the ocean.
So we are, yeah. With that,
No one like that. No one like that even a little bit.
I like that I made a face.
Thank you, Eli.
I can still see chat, Draz. And thanks to everyone who's hopped in our Discord already.
Yeah,
we have a
check it out.
Discord.
Yeah, I'll cuss at you in it.
Tony's
We
gonna
have
say,
That's a
"Damn at
promise.
you."
We have
I'm
a
gonna
very
say
strong
L
profanity
word at
filter.
you.
Very strong profanity filter in there.
I fucking hope not. My God. I
Fucking
was
better
telling
not.
Brian before, like, I'm so glad I'm off work now and I can say fuck again.
no fucks
even in the
allowed.
office, you're not allowed to say fuck.
Fuck. No, I say fuck in like the writer's Slack, but I don't say it on like the general Slack.
Weird.
I know.
Weird.
It's you know.
It's not every job like the job we all had. I'm confused.
Guys, we're doing Gilligan's Island. Does anyone have what's everyone's like familiarity with it in general?
I know about it.
Yeah,
I didn't do any prep work for today, but I've watched more of this show than maybe any TV show.
I used to watch
just because
Really?
I was a moron child who would just get mad when something I didn't want to watch was on, but this was on all the time, so I'd just be furious and watching it and not enjoying it. And here's my little buddy. Keeps jumping up. He might interrupt a lot.
you let him do what he wants.
Is he riled up?
He can do whatever he wants, and he does a lot of terrible things. You may hear some cat wars because New Cat is battling with Old Cat, and Old Cat is currently snooping around the room to see if New Cat is biting. New Cat does love to bite.
Show us the new cat.
There, see, he
A
bites.
quick bite.
This is Quincy Endicott.
Oh. Hello.
Yep, okay. You've had your moment.
He'll replace you. You got to get him out of the. This is like at a news station when you're like, get him off camera, the new anchor. But I watched a lot of Nick and Knight as a kid. Weirdly, also,
Same.
so I've seen a lot of Gilligan's Island. I used to watch a lot of that and a lot of the Cosby Show. So.
It was Carolyn, you hadn't seen much of it.
I had seen none of it. I had seen like clips, but mostly I'd seen references to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watched one episode and I was
tour.
like, this fucking sucks. I hate this show.
Well, luckily
so
for
bad.
you, one episode is every episode.
What do you hate
of
so
that
much
show.
about a fucking coconut phone, Carolyn? What do you hate so much about little creations made of sticks and bushes?
Or was it a
I
coconut
honestly-
radio in your episode? Because that's also valid.
I think it was kind of the way that I watched it. I'm a big fan of The Crown, and I just watched the episode with the break-in. I don't know if you guys watched The Crown, but the episode with the break-in.
I watched Gilligan's Island.
See, the Crown seems like a show that sucks to me. So this is real different strokes.
I'll fucking fight you, Eli. I'll fucking fight
Who
you.
cares about these old English people?
And there's this one episode of The Crown that the writing is so good, and the acting was so good, and it was like so nuanced and so many scenes in silence and like such delicate storytelling. And then I watched Gilligan's Island. I was like, this fucking sucks.
When you
Like this show is extreme. All the bigotry of the time is just like on display, and I was just not ready for it.
When
So.
you
I can
say
tell
that
you why Gilligan's Island rules, though, is it fits my one criteria for enjoying something, no matter how bad it is, which is that it has indoor versions of outdoor set, or it has indoor sets for outdoor places. And nothing is better than building the outdoors indoors and shooting it, because it always looks stupid and I love it no matter what.
Also, I feel like it's very accurate that they would build like a weird bamboo bar like pretty quickly, like before some other necessary stuff. Because I feel like the fucking pandemic has proven how necessary that really is to like maintain sanity.
I spend more money on building out my bar cart than anything else.
I also know, like, I know it's not, but when you're like, the writing on the crown is so good, I just imagine a guy writing and he's like, I'm the queen, innit? Oh, me crown fell down the sewers. Ah, go get it, me princes, or whatever. I don't really know. It seems boring to me.
You say that you haven't watched it, but that was a quote.
That's pretty accurate.
From the show.
Oh, jeez. Crikey.
I do like at Gilligan's Island that from the little that I've seen of it, once an episode, everything's very slapstick, but then once an episode, something completely magical happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw one where there was Gilligan like starts digging all fast. And then in like the first episode, there's like a woodpecker that he like talks to. And it was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So it was magical a little bit.
Well, we're supposed to insert ourselves as Gilligan, right? And then so it's like, is he just crazy? Is he just losing his mind?
Maybe that's it. It bothers me so a bit when there's someone that's so stupid. That's the main character. That's part of the reason why I hate The Office, because the character of Michael Scott to me is, I'm just like, you should kill this man. He's
wow.
I don't know.
Strong words.
Anyways.
But what about Prince Gilligan on The Crown? He's very stupid. Oh, I broke the crown jewels.
Oh, Tommy, look at your corgis there, mate.
I ate the crown.
What do, eh? Churchill and what?
So, gang, I think we'll definitely do The Crown at some point. Maybe especially Eli's interpretation of The Crown. But we should probably do a once over of the Gilligan's Island characters. Because
we should probably do D&D on this stream.
We should probably do the show we got everybody to show up on our page for. So we're doing this one a little different. Tony, when we were in like the early processes of picking Gilligan's Island, Tony was like, what if this one was like real lethal?
I just figured that like if Carolyn already doesn't like Gilligan's Island, what better chance do we have than to just kill all the cast of Gilligan's Island in 1 or 3 fell swoops?
Mm-hmm.
Will they make it to the end of this episode? I don't know. Mm-hmm. So we've got a whole stable of the entire Gilligan's Island main cast. Carolyn, Eli, and Tony are gonna pick who they want. And then when they die, we'll just cycle the next one in.
You guys aren't going to believe how accurate my Mrs. Howell impression is. Surely I remember.
Like the Queen impression from The Crown.
Oh, it's me, Miss Howell, ain't it?
That works for me.
Yeah.
I like that your trigger for that accent is in it.
In it, eh? Oh, crikey. I know they don't say crikey. Yeah.
So we've got Gilligan here. He is I believe I just have him as a human first mate.
Yes. Yes.
He's a bumbling fool. The skipper. He's a dwarven fighting sailor. Thurston Howell is an elven paladin. He's very rich in the show. It's also worth noting his name is Thurston Howell.
Mm-hmm.
His wife's name is just Mrs. Howell.
Yes.
Yeah.
No first name.
Oh no, that was something else that even in the credits I was like, oh, so all the women are just identified by their relationship, to the men, kind of.
Well, there's Marianne.
Marianne's
and her
not.
personality
Marianne
is that she's Marianne.
Right. She has nothing except for being the innocent, like girl that you're gonna eventually plow. Like, I'm sure Gilligan, whatever. Let's just
Ginger's
leave
the
the
hot
rest of
one.
the
What about that?
Exactly.
That's Ginger's
all be real.
personality. Is
The
she's
professor
looking
is the hot
good? Yeah.
The professor is the hot one. He can get it.
So yeah, we've got the Howls, we've got Ginger. Ginger is an actress on the show, so she is a bard in our campaign. We have the professor. He is a tiefling alchemist. He can make potions and stuff, and that'll be fun. And then we have Marianne. She's Marianne.
Yeah.
I made her a halfling rogue because she's Marianne.
Or like Mary Sue. That's a film word. I don't know much about it.
Ow!
Max Landis is crying somewhere about it.
I mean, just in general these days, I hope.
Yep.
So would you guys like to call dibs on a character?
I got a stupid idea for me, at least. No one else has to do this, but I think that maybe I can let maybe the audience won't choose directly, but maybe the audience can like choose 2 characters, and then we'll do a roll.
The ruckus.
Yeah, a ruckus roll for my character.
Well, should we? Can we not choose until you do that then? Because we don't want.
No, you guys choose. You guys choose,
All
and then whatever's left over will.
I've seen a lot of brisket. You know what? You know
that's not canon. That's not the lore.
Haven't you heard Brian's carefully crafted, hinted mythology that brisket is coming back? Let's just acknowledge it now. It's not gonna be at the onset of Gilligan's Island TV&D. I'll tell you that much.
They're saying "Oops, all Marianne's," and I think the 3 characters with the least personality traits. Let's fucking go.
Well,
Eli's, were you serious about being Mrs. Howell?
Really fun mechanics.
No, I'm not going to be. I don't remember Mrs. Howell. No offense to her, but I
got some good news. She's Mrs. Howell.
Yeah. I felt like we had to have a Gilligan, and everyone would like to see Gilligan. I want to see how quick I can
we
kill
do have
him.
to have a Gilligan.
I want to see how quick he'll die when without the writers there to save him.
Gilligan, Eli, you'll be a good Gilligan.
Oh, I'm Gilligan.
I'm Gilligan, isn't it?
Gilligan it. Eh? I don't. Yeah, he's like, oh, Skipper. I don't remember what he sounds like. That sounds right. Stupid. He's got
just
one of
like
those
get
stupid
hit in the
voices.
head by a coconut and cross your eyes.
Yeah. Man, the game hasn't even started yet, and Brian's already done with our shit. Yeah, we're at about 20 minutes of riffing now. We should probably strap it in.
All right.
I'm gonna be Ginger because I like Ginger.
The root or the character?
Both.
Hey, that was a really solid riff.
Thanks.
I love the Ginger riff.
Carol, it's
Right.
disconnecting from chat.
Let's see. Okay, so we have Ginger and we have Gilligan.
The 2 G's.
Okay.
So
How should we do this? Should I just like give should we do a vote or should we do a roll or
do a
little vote?
It's your idea. I don't know. What do you
Okay.
got cooking
Because
around?
I think there's either the Skipper or the Professor as like actionable, useful characters. And maybe we should hold a little poll. One for Skipper, 2 for Professor.
Sure, hang on. Let me just start a poll.
We can actually have polls now as affiliates.
Yeah.
It's Twitch affiliates.
The state Arizona is asking us to explain Gilligan's Island.
So
maybe
it's-
I can do that while you set up the poll.
What you should do is listen to the theme song because it's back when theme songs just basically, like, literally explain the premise of the show.
Right here, and I'll tell you a tale. I'm gonna sing it to you. I guess I have to type in lyrics.
Don't sing it too good. We can't get DMCA.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. The mate and his mighty sailing man, that's Gilligan, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day on a 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost. The ship set ground on the shore of this uncharted desert isle with Gilligan, the skipper too, the millionaire, and his wife. The
Yeah.
movie star, that's Ginger, Professor Anne Marianne, here on Gilligan's Isle. So this is the tale of our castaways. They're here for a long, long time. They'll have to make the best of things, and it's an uphill climb. There's apparently more lyrics. This is probably like for the
That never made
LP
the
version
show.
that
Yeah.
they released. The premise is that for 98 episodes, a bunch of morons washed up on a deserted island, and
They're stuck.
basically every episode they tried to escape, and then Gilligan would fuck it up somehow. He's well-meaning but stupid. The skipper is like a cartoon character whose face who just exists so that his face could get red anytime that Gilligan screws up. He's the kind of guy who like throw down his hat and stomp it around in a circle.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like rant for a long time about Gilligan's Island.
It's
well-
a deserted island comedy, I guess. Does that help?
So the
They're
skipper won. Tony, you're the skipper.
The skipper, all right. Gilligan.
Yeah.
Gilligan
So-
was not a himbo.
No, Gilligan's like he's a little shrimpy boy.
So
Gilligan
in
is a
our
giant.
version of Gilligan's Island, Gilligan's Dyland,
Yes.
I'm thinking Gilligan and the skipper maybe brought all of these rich people on, like, from Catch-All City, brought them all on a boat for a 3-hour, like, fake adventure thing.
That doesn't rhyme.
Fake adventure thing. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Sounds great. Unfortunately, the SS Minnow got caught up and attacked by a kraken and wound up washed ashore on an
I believe
island.
it is called Her Majesty the Minnow.
Oh, Her Majesty's Minnow, ain't it?
Glad we figured that out.
Minnow, HMS Minnow, ain't it?
So you ended up shipwrecked on this island that it was basically bare, just sand, a palm tree, and a set of stairs leading down.
Below sea level.
Just a fucking big old dungeon. And that's where we find ourselves. I suppose the main hope is that heading in deep into this dungeon, maybe you'll find a way off of this island. Why would you think that? I don't know.
The way out is down, baby.
Well, if we can make it, then it's not an island. It's connected to the mainland. So it wouldn't be an island at all. I just wanted, just so you know.
Some say that all land is connected to the mainland by the crust of the earth.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's
Some
true.
say that.
I'm Ginger, the human bard, and I was in a play once, and through the tunnels, there's dwarven tunnels throughout the whole globe world, and you can get there. So if we go down enough, we should eventually be able to go up, even if we have to go down all the way through to the other side of the world, but then we'll be off the island if we do that.
The skipper
Check it
is like
Yes.
nodding, like trying to keep track with what she's saying until he starts sweating.
Yeah. Just, Skipper, my brain is
The
tired.
skipper is also like, I was like, I'm a borderline alcoholic, and like this guy fucking drinks. Just like that meaty, like, you know.
17th Lord asks a good question of what happens if they all die? What do we do for the rest of the month? And the answer right now is, I don't know.
Oh, right. This
figure
is
it
a
out if
month
it happens.
long.
You better hope that we don't, I guess.
They get brought back. Look, man.
We'll have to like
Look,
go to
man.
Gilligan's Island lore for like guest episodes where like the Harlem Globetrotters like were trapped on the island for a single episode or something. So I don't know about you, but I think the skipper is like dutifully offloading cargo from the wreckage of Her Majesty the Minnow and is saying like, all right, Gilligan, help me out. We got to get all this cargo, especially all this stuff that you brought on board. And I hold up like a giant bag that like I do a dumbfounded double take that just says Kraken food. And then I throw it on the ground and I'm steamed and I like shake and look at Gilligan.
If we'd given it to him, maybe he would have calmed down. I'm dutifully loading everything back onto the ship. I'm confused.
So unfortunately,
much for me.
in the ensuing chaos, and the wreckage of the ship, there are only 3 salvageable adventuring items. Between all of you, there is a torn and battered shield, a dinky short sword, and 1 scroll of magic missile.
Oh, I'd love to. Magic missile sure seems dangerous. That seems like the the easiest to backfire.
I'm good at. I've practiced stage fighting skills. Was that you said there was a short sword in there?
Yes.
I practice stage fighting skills, and I'm doing a Marilyn Monroe impression where you stick your lips out like this. So I'll take the short sword because I'm ginger.
Well, looks like you're shielding us all, Skipper. Stay in front.
I think this is like the skipper has like clapped his hands together and rubbed them to like look at all the stuff, and then everyone's grabbed things, leaving only the shield. And he's like just dumbfounded.
Beautiful. So you've descended the stairs into what appears like it's going to be a giant dungeon labyrinth. When you reach the landing, you are in this 50 foot by 20 foot room with hallways leading down to the west and the east, and then to the north, the stairs that you just came down. The walls are sort of this like dark brown, muddy brick, and the floors are kind of made out of like the same-ish material, sort of with a dirty hue to them. It's very humid down here, very temperate. And there are a couple of crates and barrels and other things that appear to be like pushed into a couple of the corners. What do you do?
You just said this place is decorated by crate and barrel.
That's exactly what I said.
Cool.
I
think before we go down, we have to say goodbye to Thurston Howell, his wife, Marion, and the professor, and I guess let him know that in the case that anything happens to us, that we'll call for them.
Yeah.
I say something like, "All right, we're going down into the hole.
I'm
The
down.
3
in
of
the
us are going to
hole.
scout it out. You'll know help if I shout help."
I'm down in the hole already. I'm in there. I'm getting in there. I'm
Gilligan!
getting after it. Skipper, they got barrels in here too. I'm gonna open a barrel. Choose
great.
one. I don't any of them. Pry that sucker open. We're just rolling dice straight into the void here.
Wow.
Gilligan. Oh, let me.
I do feel threatened by barrel 2. What could barrel 2 possibly be?
Gilligan, you pry open one of the barrels, and it appears to be filled with gunpowder.
Well, I just go and back away from it.
I'm like, I charge up to it thinking like, what's the big deal? And I like stick a finger in it, and I taste it, and I go, and I do the exact same thing that Gilligan did.
Ginger doesn't have any lines here but she does like come in and like get extra close to them and kind of like,
what? Link?
Yeah. Well, let's stay the fuck away from that barrel, I guess.
So I don't know. Should we just keep opening barrels?
Oh, what? Why would we do that? Let's keep going.
Got
down
it,
the
Skipper.
hallway,
Keep
right?
on opening the barrels. I'll open the second barrel.
Okay.
You open up another barrel, and you are hit with the rancid smell of like rotting fish.
This one's no good. You want me to get the third one? Third time's the charm. Let me open that third barrel.
So in the third barrel, there's a bunch of like crap.
This one's full of crap.
There is a 50-foot rope with like a hook on the end, a couple of torches, and a tiny knife.
First of all, why are they shouldn't be storing their torches next to their gunpowder barrels. This one's got gear. Here, I'm just like cartoonishly like Shaggy in a refrigerator, like throwing all the stuff in that barrel back behind me.
Catching these, like one of the torches is lit, and I like have to reach to catch it from going in the gunpowder barrel. I've collected. I guess like as the responsible person here, I can divvy this equipment between me and Ginger. Ginger, you already have a short sword, so I'll take the knife. Do you want the rope or the torches?
Yeah, Ginger takes the rope and like artfully makes kind of like a sexy, cool like outfit out of it. Not just the rope, but she like uses it to like belt and like kind of contour her current outfit.
Cool. All right, that makes sense.
Which is a beautiful set of like formal robes.
The skipper takes like 15 like torches or however many there are, and he shoves them directly into his pants pocket and just looks like a moron.
All right, Skip, which way? I don't remember his real voice.
I think that's good. It's like spiritually correct.
Yeah, it's spiritually Gilligan. Which way we going, Skip?
The skipper like very confidently like points to the left and then like kind of makes a second decision to go right instead. Based off of nothing other than not really knowing the right answer and just kind of gauging the room as he makes a decision.
Great. So we're heading to the east.
East.
I lean over to Ginger. I'm like, Skipper's never led me the wrong way.
Yeah, me neither. He seems trustworthy, and he smells like rum all the time.
That's just part of being a seaman.
Is our order here kind of accurate? Skipper in front?
I got that fat shield, so yeah, I'll hang out in front.
Ginger's in the back, just like kind of hanging on, like towering over, just like big eyes blinking a lot.
This is perfect, Skipper. You're as wide as both of us put together.
Yeah, you're fucking fat, dude.
You're breaking character now. I don't know. Maybe the stresses of being in a subterranean dungeon in the middle of a desert island would do that to Ginger, though.
Brian, this is so cool.
Yeah, I do love all these Roll20 assets.
This is an artist named Zeshio who was like, yeah, go ahead and use them. Which you can go to zeshio.itch.io. I'll drop it at the end of the show and buy these for yourself because they're great. But so in this small chamber, there to the south is a door that is covered in thick vines. Like the door is wrapped in them. The vines have like these huge beefy thorns stuck out of them, and they are like grasping the door so that you can't pass. What do you do?
I bet this sword, I'm sure you do have some hilarious shenanigans to get this open, but I bet this sword that I have can maybe cut through those vines.
What's the plan, Skip? Don't hear you.
Oh.
Well, I suppose if somebody had a blade of some kind, we could cut through the vines.
Well, Ginger's got a sword?
Yeah, guess I'll just save my ideas for last to go last next time. But yeah, I'll cut through the vines.
Skipper's got good ideas.
He sure does. What a powerful man. I'm sure that he's here to take care of us.
I blush a little and like crush up my hat.
I'm gonna take my sword and test one of the vines to see if it cuts through.
So you are able to cut through one of the vines, and it splatters this steaming green oozy acid, which splatters back into your face. I'm gonna need you to make a saving throw for me.
Oh no, the moneymaker.
You're gonna roll a d20 and try to hit a 13.
4.
You take a hit, and you are in a lot of pain. And what happens to Ginger as this acid strikes her face?
Her face, she feels intense pain like she's never felt in her life, except for that one time when she didn't get that leading role. This is the second worst pain that she's felt in her life.
I don't think you're
And
getting any more leading roles after this.
yeah. And her
You're about to be a character actor.
her Ginger's more breathy. Yeah, Marilyn Monroe. Wait, what is Marilyn Monroe?
Hi, Mr. Happy Birthday, Mr. President. Okay, Marilyn Monroe. And then, oh my God, my face. My fucking face.
And then
And then it gets in my mouth and all my teeth on my right side fall out. Oh my God.
I got it, Ginger. I'll help you. And I pull off my hat and I try to wipe it away, but it does a thing like when you spread hot food around.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like increasing the coverage of the acid, and some of the teeth
part
fall
of it,
out.
it just melts away part of her mouth. So she's really got like a Two-Face from Batman thing going on.
I like look at my hat.
Unfortunately, in an unfortunately 1963 way, Skipper leans to Gilligan and says, "I guess you're the prettiest one here now."
Whoa.
I'll fucking kill you. Say that shit again about me. You fucks.
Ginger,
I
the
stage
vine-
whispered. You didn't hear that at all.
I look at my hat and there's a
the vine Ginger cut puts itself back together.
oh geez.
Okay.
Don't you wish you could do that, Ginger?
Yeah, I sure do, Gilligan. Maybe we should go the other way. That's not got these poison vines.
Hold on, I've got an idea.
What if we cut it? Is it cutting it? You should try.
No, I think that's a bad idea. Well, Skipper, do you think I should cut it?
No, Gilligan, I don't. We
All
lost
right.
one pretty face already. I kind of like caress
Skipper,
Gilligan's
you're
face
starting to
in a
make me
longing sort of
feel
way.
weird about being trapped in a dungeon with you. I'm
gonna
like,
get
I've
weirder.
got an idea. I'll be right back. And I leave the room. And then the next time you see me, I am dragging the gunpowder barrel into the room.
It's not a bad idea. That would
The
play in
Skipper
Assassin's Creed.
hoists up his pants in order to run out of the room.
Skipper, where are you? I'm following Skipper, but still dragging the gunpowder barrel.
I imagine like a line of gunpowder
Yeah,
is pouring out in the same pattern.
It looks like a fucking Family Circus cartoon. It's just like all over the place.
I like spin Gilligan around while he has the barrel, and I push him back in the direction of the room with the door.
Ginger's also gonna follow Skipper out of the room.
Right. Like
Still
I
just
was,
screaming and just like crying hot tears.
I finally get to Skipper, and I like lean the barrel back down, and there's now this like long trail of gunpowder, and I'm like, wiping my brow. I'm like, I was thinking we could put it against the door.
You don't say.
All right, I'll move it. Yeah, I roll it back against the door. Where is even the start of this gunpowder trail?
I mean, it's in the other room where we are. I imagine that it kind of like
Literally where we're standing.
it figure eights around our feet in some way, where when it's lit, the flame will literally have to cross itself multiple times in order to
Yeah.
head where it goes.
All right. Beautiful. Well done.
I think we should
Quite
light
excellent.
it and then see it. We don't get caught in the explosion, but we follow it, and then we kind of slowly realize as we're following it and then jump out of the way just in time.
Yeah. They're like,
Oh yeah, like can we say that we've lit it now, Brian?
Sure.
So we've lit it and the flame is going, and then Carolyn, just like you were saying, I think like we cartoonishly like 1, 2, 3 pop our heads out around the doorway, and then like Skipper gets the like idea like, oh, we're not safe, and he like grabs Ginger's head and grabs Gilligan's head and like pulls them back to safety.
Beautiful. So the gunpowder barrel explodes. It explodes better than that.
Yeah.
There is a splash of green acid through the room.
Nice.
And like the entire room shakes and shudders. A bit of soot falling from the ceiling. Some rocks falling. Actually, everyone go ahead and make a saving throw. As
no.
rocks fall from the
Okie
ceiling.
doky. I'm good at
Make a
dodging.
13.
Is this a dodge?
Yeah.
Nat 20, baby. Can my face re-heal?
No.
Never. All right. So I get a
You want to go
plus
to
2.
Gilligan?
Yeah, I got a plus 2 because I'm good at dodging. Oh yeah. Well, this is good. True to the show, this has gone great for everybody but Skipper.
Here we go. 9. Not
Skipper,
great.
you take a big old rock to the head.
I think I
And-
hold my shield up in front of my face, and then when the rock hits it, it just bumps the shield into my face, and then I can.
I thought you were gonna get nut shot. I thought you were gonna hold the shield up and get a rock right, and then.
I think that happens right afterwards.
I'm like,
I'm sorry, Brian. I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's all good.
there goes
However,
Skipper Junior.
As you peek your heads back around the corner, the vines, all shredded and torn, stitch themselves back together.
Well-
oh no!
I don't think we can go this way.
Is the door behind them? Is there a door behind them, or is it just vines?
The door is exposed for a moment, but you can see the vines. Like,
And the explosion didn't damage the doors, just
No.
the vines.
No.
Okay.
the door was made of like a very thick metal. It's definitely like blasted. It's now black with soot. But no, they are holding strong.
Well, at least no one got hurt.
A cartoonish lump rises out of my head on one side of Gilligan.
Well, I guess we gotta go a different
Ginger,
way.
of course, on the other. Yeah, should we try the other way? What says the crew?
I don't think we can get through that way. Let's go to the other way.
That was also extraordinarily loud, which means I don't have to make a random encounter roll. There's just definitely going to be one. And chat gets to decide what that is. Talk amongst yourselves.
Hey,
Hi,
Skipper.
everyone.
Is that you?
Hi, Gilligan.
Is that you walking behind me?
What? How could I be walking behind you if I'm looking you in the face, Gilligan?
Well, then I think we better turn around.
We haven't acknowledged that it could be Ginger in the room with us because she's a non-character to us.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
So poor Ginger just like bald on one side. And 2 foot.
The poll is coming up. There are 4 potential random encounter options. One is respite. Nothing happens. One is 1d6 bug creatures, 1d4 boar creatures, or the beast.
Why would you put respite in there? That's not gonna happen.
Is it
Does
now
anyone say
pronounced
respite?
respite? I say
Respite?
respite. Yeah.
I say
brief.
I don't
Okay.
think I've ever said it out loud. I could definitely be wrong.
I always say. I think. Well, I'm thinking of. I feel like they say it in Darkest Dungeon, and they say respite.
I've heard both
They're like
respite and respite.
from the darkness.
I've heard both. And grammar is oppression, so say it
Respite,
however the
got
fuck
it.
you want.
Dazed, reeling, about to break. What if we play Darkest Dungeon? Can we play Darkest Dungeon?
We are playing Darkest Dungeon. It's just got Gilligan's Island's characters in it.
What is that? What? There's so many good quotes in that game. Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. I just want that to follow me around. That's all I listen
I
to on my
want your
iPod.
take of that to be my fucking ringtone.
Carolyn's phone has received a text.
Honestly, you should sell that on Cameo. Just be like,
Just weird, the dark,
Yeah.
like Wayne June. He's got a cool name too. That guy rules.
Wayne
Well-
June? Is that a cool name?
I think so. What do you think, chat? Let's do another poll. Is Wayne June a cool name?
Chat's got it out. Chat's all in on the die land. It looks like the beast is.
This
pulling
is like,
ahead.
see, this poll would not pass muster in any sort of real voting scenario. You can't just have something called the Beast that's cooler than all the other options.
What is this? Some sort of Rasmussen poll? Okay. You know,
So you can hear echoing through the halls a sort of loud roar that shakes the entire chamber, a wet thud, and then this ugly, loud, like chewing.
Yeah, I'm like, geez, Skipper, I told you should have eaten lunch.
the Beast!
Oh,
And then the silence sort of passes. or the noise kind of quiet. You can just hear that wet chomping continue.
It's Pac-Man.
I like somehow, because whatever, we'll cartoon logic it. I put like an ear to my own stomach to hear if Gilligan's right, and then it is my stomach rumbling. It is not.
Well, I already ate. Ginger?
We both look at Ginger and her face is melted, and we're like, ugh.
I don't think I can eat anymore. My teeth are burned away.
Yeah. Hope you like
I don't think I
milkshakes.
can eat anymore either, I say to Gilligan after looking at Ginger's face.
So what do you do?
Where's the beast coming from? We just heard it.
You just hear it.
And
You're hearing the wet chomps of it chewing on something.
From the which direction?
You can hear it from this direction.
I prepare by
west.
opening the scroll of magic missile upside down.
It does not appear to be it's you can hear it echoing, but it is some distance away.
I'm gonna take my double-handed. I'm gonna take my sword and double-hand it and just like shakenly like kind of waggle it, cartoonishly like they do. I
kind of peek over the top of my shield and then slowly go down and then pull my hat further down behind the shield. All right, I guess we go west and I'll just meat shield us in there.
Yeah, well, we can strategically wait for it to enter. We could, I don't know. I feel like I'm Gilligan. There's no way that Gilligan is a coward. There's no way I can walk forward. I got my magic missile ready.
Maybe I get the meat shield.
Okay.
Ginger, I walk by you, I grab the rope that's on you, and I kind of like loop it around Gilligan so he's between the two of us, then hold it in my hand so that he's like forced to walk between the two of us as we move forward.
What's the thing in the bottom right corner?
Like that's just a box.
Oh, okay. I'll move one of the crates in front of the doorway. It's not big enough. It's like really not an obstacle almost at all, but I think it will help maybe.
You want to move it where? In front of the
door as a blockade.
Got it.
Do those move?
The door with the vines or the
one with the wet chomping?
Got it. Okay, so as you're moving the crates down, you can actually see that this opens up into.
Oh, did I find a
hall?
Oh, okay. I thought I found like a staircase. I was excited.
It opens up to another hall. You can hear the wet chomping coming from the south behind this door. There's another door up to the north.
And a blockade that I built.
And a blockade.
I turn to the crew and I say, "So north then?"
That sounds. Wait, happy birthday. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's go to the north.
I'm very sad to take my blockade down. I'm like, all right. Or Skipper just steps over the blockade. It was just like very shoddily.
I just step around it because it was not big enough to block the doorway.
Yeah, I stacked 4 of them vertically, and it was not wide enough to block anything. North it is. And I like readjust my hat, which is covered with like viscera and like charred flesh from Ginger's face.
I think you've got a little bit of my star power on you.
I'm like, oh, I take off my hat, I rub it on my shirt and just rub it all over my shirt. Much better. Thanks, Ginger.
I reach up to Gilligan's face and I just pull a tooth off of his face. It's just like stuck to the side in some plasma.
Yeah, I think it's my tooth. I'm like, oh, how'd you do that? Oh, it's Ginger's tooth.
Gilligan sticks it inside of his mouth and checks all the sockets before he pulls it out and then shakes his head and throws it over his shoulder.
Ginger just kind of looks sadly at that. Like.
So heading up to the north end of this chamber, you come to a wooden door, pretty standard issue.
I'll knock.
Does it look knocked?
It looks knocked. It looks plenty knocked.
Got him.
Ahoy hoy! Gilligan here.
No response.
Well, there's no one in there. Might as well go the other way.
I grab Gilligan and I turn him around again, and I walk through the north door confidently.
Yeah.
Okay, so Skipper opens the north door, and immediately sees you're hit with a blast of like jungle humidity, as you step into a room covered in thorny vines, and in the center, a giant plant creature with this large maw made out of like flower petals. And he's like, it's like straight out of Little Shop of Horrors, and it's just like. Brrr.
I half shut the door and I turn to Gilligan and I say, "I thought you said no one was home."
Ginger freezes and screams, and because part of her mouth is burnt away, the sound that it makes is not a sound that you've heard come from a human being before. The resonance is off, and it's so deeply terrifying. And then that sound kind of turns to an angry sound, and you see the flame of battle light in her eyes.
Yeah, I'm also like, not only that, Skipper, but I think someone just killed a buffalo. I'm like, well, you know, if they didn't answer, I guess they didn't want to be bothered. Maybe it's dinner
the wet
time.
Stomping to the south has stopped.
Oh boy. Okay. Does the creature look aggressive?
It looks big and it looks mean, but it was kind of doing its own thing.
And has it seen us or like been alerted to us in any kind of discernible way?
Not that you cannot tell.
Okay, the light of battle has sparked in Ginger a memory of a play that she did where she played a gardener, the most masterful mythic gardener in all of Catch-All City.
This is the TV&D version of The Constant Gardener.
Yes.
Okay.
She played the TV&D version of The Constant Gardener, and also the Alan Rickman Kate Winslet film A Little Chaos, which I semi-recommend. So I'm going to use Ginger's special skill. Once per session, you reveal a new advanced skill you know from a role you performed in a play. Add this to your advanced skills at +3. So I would like to, if there's some skill that's like nature or like plant based, where I can like find this creature's weak point.
I think you can give it a try with gardening.
Yeah, gardening. Find a way to like disarm it.
Yeah, sure. Add gardening to Ginger's character sheet, +3.
Great.
And then if you enter the room, you can enter get a look at it and see if it has a weak spot.
Okay.
That's very accurate for the show, that too, that you could have had like literally any skill in the world and they're still like homemaking. Still like
can I make one visual modifier to this creature, Brian? It's okay. You could say no if it's not appropriate, but to make it more Gilligan's Islandy, can we just say that like in a like almost an arachnid pattern on top of his head, it has like coconuts that look like eyeballs?
Of course.
Yeah, it's got coconuts. Of
course.
Gotta have coconuts.
That's great. So I'll roll a d20 to check on my gardening skill.
Okay, so you have to step in first.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak.
Great.
Try to avoid the gaze of its coconut eyes. Stealthily sneak into the room and check it out.
Okay, go ahead and make a check for me to sneak in.
Okay.
Do you have a skill for that?
Oh fuck, I can't see. I think I got a
16.
6.
You got a 16.
Oh, great. That's 10 better than 6.
Okay, great. So that's all you need. So you managed to position yourself behind some like shrubbery, and you can notice like the vines here and the shrubbery and brush are pulsing in a weird, upsetting way, almost as if they know your presence.
There's not many good types of pulsing. I'm almost always upset by something pulsing.
You don't like EDM music?
clearly a room full of men who do not use vibrators on the regular.
It's called vibrating. I guess, yeah. Look, we just got this channel to affiliate. We can't get it taken away.
Carolyn, do you want to go ahead and make another check for me for gardening?
Yes, I will make a gardening check. Ginger, let's go. Gardening. Okay, 9 plus 3, that's going to be a 12.
Okay, so you can see in its body, kind of its midsection, there are like openings and there is a red glow. You don't know what it is. You've never seen anything fucking like this, and especially not in the plague you were in.
How is this
but
thing
you
growing with
do-
no sunlight, Brian?
magic?
Oh, all right. Makes sense. So red glow. So wait, you're getting like a Zelda weak point lit up?
She can't. She doesn't know.
Hmm.
But she does see a red glow.
All right.
Could be
Okay.
good. Could be bad.
Okay, she quickly sneaks back to the room with the skipper and Gilligan and says,
I think there's, okay, happy birthday. Okay, I think there's a red glow in that. There's in the middle section. I think if you were to devise some sort of island device or something, or a weapon, you could maybe take it out. It looks weak in the middle where it's glowing red.
The skipper is just kind of like dumbfounded, looking at her melted face, and it's not even clear whether or not he even has really heard anything that she said.
Yeah, the Gilligan's getting hungry, so he sees her face, and it looks like hamburger meat, and then he imagines it getting put into a patty and then fried up into a hamburger, and he starts getting hungry and drooling.
So the skipper kind of shakes too, and he turns to Gilligan and he says, "You hear that, Gilligan? There's a weak point for you to attack." And he kind of like shoves Gilligan ahead of him a little bit.
All right. Well, I think I learned this spell in the last room. So I got my magic missile, and I'm like, where should I shoot it?
The glowing hole.
The glowing hole, the glowing red hole.
Okie dokie. I open the magic missile scroll. Skipper reaches over and rotates it because it's definitely upside down again. I'm trying to check, and I'm like,
can I, in an attempt to protect my little buddy, like begrudgingly go in with him and like kind of shield him so that he can
Yes,
shoot it over the top of the round shield?
Absolutely. So Gilligan has to read the scroll. He doesn't have any spellcasting advanced skills, so he's going to make a flat roll +0
Okay.
to read this scroll successfully.
all right, let's go, Gilligan.
Gilligan?
Is that a natural 20?
Hey!
Yes.
Wow.
Here comes Gilligan. I open it up and I squint. And I'm like, and then I just like recite perfect, like whatever the language
Your
of the
eyes begin
ancients.
to glow.
Yeah, it's like my hat floats off my head and starts spinning, and yeah, and then I just like my jaw opens like a snake and drops, and magic shoots out of my throat.
Skipper just does the slow turn.
So you shoot these glowing blue missiles, and they shoom, shoom, shoom directly into the red glowing chasm in this creature's center, and it like shudders and lets out this like wretched like. As all of the vines in the room begin to tremble. You've dealt 4 hits to this guy, and you would have done 2 with magic missile, but you did 4 with the crit, and it ain't dead. All of the vines begin to attack.
Yeah, I lost time when I did that. I don't remember it happening, so I'm just like, this scroll is useless. Must be a dud, and then I throw it away. Scroll. That's because it's an actual, like, it's one use, right? Like a D&D scroll.
Yeah. It essentially like burns up, or all the text.
Well,
on
that
it.
was a dud.
So is it now the Vine's turn, or are we still going?
No, you guys can go ahead and take your. That was essentially a surprise round.
So I guess to ask my question, there is another doorway out of this room. Does it look locked? Is it accessible?
It does not look locked. It's a pretty standard wooden door. The walls around it are covered in the vines, but the door itself is clear and visible.
Is it worth trying to make a break for the door while this creature is shuddering in pain?
You can't ask, is it worth to the DM?
I'm asking you and Carolyn. I'm not asking.
I don't know.
Brian.
Are you a coward?
Yes! Not as much as Gilligan, but the skipper is decidedly a coward.
I also want to.
I think it's kind of close enough, and we're pretty, like, I guess not on our fucking character sheets, but we're kind of slippery. We're slapsticky.
Yeah. I'd say like I'm not really going off if we RP it accurately, but I'm like in every fucking everything where someone tries to run away from a big vine thing, like it grabs your legs. That's like what happens. But we could try it because that's more me. That's more Eli than Gilligan.
To the characters who just like stand around and wait for the vines to get them.
Fight it.
It's not much better.
Who fight it proudly. No, we can do whichever. Also, I just want to thank Brian for giving everyone a plus something to sailing, which is such a fuck you. Yeah, we know. That's how we got here.
We might be able to make that work underground somehow.
Gangway is Shaggy, right? But is Gangway stolen from Gilligan? Like the Gangway.
You know what? They're essentially the same character, and I don't know what gives me the authority to like grant this to Gilligan, but I hereby grant it to Gilligan to say as well.
Well, yeah. If we want to, I'll clamp my hat down and start running away, running towards that door.
Corny 60 things where they just like play the film at double speed to suggest that we're moving. Really
Yeah. I'd like to run to the other door.
Great. Okay, so everyone who wants to make a break for the door can make a saving throw. And if not, if you miss, you're gonna get tangled up in some vines.
All right. Is this dodging?
That could count as dodging.
Okay.
If this doesn't count as dodging, what does?
You know.
So should we go one at a time?
Yep.
Yeah.
Who's up? Gilligan, why'd you go first?
You're in the first. You're
okay.
First in the room.
Yeah. So. My Discord's skipping a little bit. Ooh, I'm good.
Yeah.
Dirty 20. Zoop zip zap. Follow me.
20,
I think in like a
Gilligan starts beatboxing.
in like a again like 60s like low-key sexist way. The skipper stands out of the way to like ladies first to Ginger, but then as she passes, he like still goes about her face.
God damn it. Okay, Ginger's gonna go now.
Oh no. Goodbye.
This could be it for old Ginge.
Oh no, Ginger. So you are wrapped up in vines, which leads us to the skipper's turn.
All right.
Don't do what she did.
16.
You're gonna
Skipper,
leave Ginger?
Are you still going for the door?
Thinking about it. Do we know yet whether or not the door opens?
You do not.
Oh boy. I don't think that Skipper in the show would leave Ginger.
Gilligan definitely would.
Had melted off.
Because Gilligan's like got a heart of gold and a brain of
maybe in a comedic reversal, the Skipper is like going for the door, and then Gilligan goes and he like turns the Skipper around and pushes him back towards Ginger. So I run for Ginger to try and grab her free of the vines.
Great. So, do you want to try to attack the vines or just pull Ginger from them?
Well, we know what happens if you slice a vine, so I'm using yank here.
Can we do a double? Yeah, we're just pulling as hard as we can
on
a human body,
and then you're pulling on me because we know that like it multiplies the power.
Mm-hmm.
I do have
That's
a
good. That's
strength +4, so I think my yank is pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Skipper, go ahead and give a yank. Gilligan, if you want to help, Skipper, you can take an advantage with it.
I'm helping.
Okay.
I have +2 in sailing. Does that help?
All right.
You know,
That's got like rope skills. I don't know.
Oh, right. We
Right?
should be able to get a really good grip on Ginger because she's roped up.
That is true. So yeah, I'm pulling onto a rope, and it's like a tug of war between like the vine has her with the leg on one side, and then we have the rope on the other side, and
They're all
Good
low
tug of
key.
war.
Gilligan's
so
like-
good at shibari. They're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
together.
Gilligan's like, we saw a comic book like this when we went to Japan, Skipper.
I told you not to waste your money on those silly comic books.
It's the only thing I bought.
We didn't eat that trip.
Cut to Gilligan's room on the boat, and it's like covered with. It's all blurred. It all has to be mosaiced out. He just like thought it was cool art and put it all over his room.
Just like full eye gout.
Just like a hentai everywhere.
I don't know how warped I am as a human being that I no longer even recognized a hentai show.
No, Stater's Gilligan's not a weeb. He doesn't understand like what that is. He just like thinks it's cool drawings, and he thinks it's sea themed because it involves tentacles. So
I
he's
think
like, "Wow, a sea monster!"
It low key made the skipper horn, so he had to like block it out.
Yeah.
He like looked in the room and he got red and he kind of like he slams the door and then he like peeks in again and he kind of goes and then he shakes his head and closes the door.
Yeah.
In this flashback, but now in the current moment we're having a tug of war for Ginger's life. I'm rolling with advantage. First roll 10, not great. And Brian, did we say anything about my strength modifier here? +4 to tug
that
of war?
should, yeah, 14 should do it.
All right, I'm gonna roll again anyway.
Right.
Okay, and not better, but 14 on that first roll.
Great. So you do manage to pull Ginger free of the vines, and they.
You. Oh, Breathy Voice's birthday.
I think
Ginger-
we pulled Ginger on top of us, and like what would normally be like a wow kind of moment in a sitcom, instead is like a because her like melty face is right
Yeah.
on top of the skipper's.
Ginger, you do have a couple of like tooth marks on your arm from the thorns of these vines sinking into your flesh, and they don't look good. Could you make a saving throw for me?
Ding. Oh, 12.
What's your skill?
What? +2.
Okay, so you're good. You are not poisoned. You won't lose the arm. But it does hurt.
Gilligan is I start very worriedly knocking on this door. Let us in.
No response, but it is unfortunately the vine's turn. So let's see. One of the vines that Ginger got ripped out of is like forming back to grab her again. Ginger, could you make a saving throw to avoid that, please?
Yes. Let's go. 7. Fuck.
You
Ginger
are
is
and
just
collapsed back into the vines, their thorns
God damn
sinking
it.
back into your skin, and you are going to take a hit.
God, she's back in
that's
it.
2.
She's back in it and hurt. As that's happening,
Ginger, we just
Gilligan-
got you out of there.
Gilligan, you're knocking on the door like, let us in, as the giant plant creature, one of its like vine tentacles, is like slowly moving across the floor and then wraps around your ankle. You notice it in time to maybe get out of it. You're gonna make a saving throw for me. You can add your dodging +2
Oh, way ahead of me.
or whatever it is.
Oops, I hit the bad button. Hiya. Yep, no problem. I'm slippery. I'm
How do you
lanky.
avoid it?
I'm a little man made of spaghetti, and you can't stop me. I just pull I'm wearing like, and I think he does wear like slip on. So I like pull my foot out of my slip on, and the Vine misses, and then I just shove my foot straight back into my slip-on shoe. Whoa!
And then another one of its vine tentacles is coming for the skipper. It's about to wrap itself around your torso. Go ahead and make a save for me.
All right.
Plus your
Here
skill.
we go. It's a 9.
Oh, jeez.
Does my taking hits help me here?
Skill? Oh, you have a +2 skill. Taking hits, not quite. So unfortunately, that is not going to make it. It wraps its tentacle vine around your waist, lifts you up off the ground, and then that glowing red like center. Some of its mass begins to open, revealing this like horrible red maw.
Revealing
that it
a
is dragging
sexy
you
lady.
towards.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm like, Skipper, what are you doing?
Gilligan!
I'm like, looking at both of them.
It is your turns.
Who wants it first? I have an idea. I don't know. It's a good one though.
Can I ask?
Skipper.
Okay.
All right. I think that just like seeing a big round opening and having a big round shield in like cartoon live action TV logic, I just try and place the shield directly into the mouth to block the hole.
Oh. The old prop 'em open move.
Yeah. It's more just like plug the hole.
Yeah. The Captain Hook maneuver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pulling a
See, why
squee.
not? So
It's me?
Okay.
It's me. Whatever. It's me.
It's me.
You shove the shield into its maw, and you're gonna lose the shield, but it's like trying to close the maw around it, and it's just like gumming it awkwardly. So it's gonna be a little tied up as that happens. It does still have you wrapped around, or like wrapped in its vine, and suspended, but it won't use its next action to eat you.
That is good. That was my goal.
Should I try
Great.
Joke's on you. That's what I wanted to happen.
Yeah, I don't like I could try to throw me the sword? I mean, you're tangled up. I don't know if you can.
Well, she has the sword. I have a knife I can toss to you.
Up there or just my legs?
I think your legs are tangled up. Yeah, can you throw me the knife, Skipper?
Am I able to do that in my same turn?
I think is it a bonus action to toss something? I don't remember.
I think throwing something throwing would be an action in of itself.
Okay. But I can try to get the sword maybe. Unless you're gonna cut. Well, these seem like the vines.
I was gonna try and stab it in the red bit if I can get around the shield, or if there's another like pustule.
So you are currently tangled up in vines and cannot reach the maw. And it does also have this like you're wrapped up in like this separate shrubbery.
Do we know?
I will yeet the sword to Eli then.
Do we know do these look like the vines on the other door?
Similar but not identical.
Okay, so they're not gonna like goes like one of Ginger tries to cut them off and just like keeps melting all of her skin off. All right. Do I have to catch it or I just get it?
The vines like an annihilation, and she's just like.
Tell you what, one of you can make the throw to either catch or throw it. Whoever feels more confident.
I'll throw it.
Great. We are risking here definitely like helping Gilligan, right?
When I sing it to sleep, I have a +4 to singing. Can I like calm it to sleep?
I would say Brian specifically described it as being just like Little Shop of Horrors, which is a musical. So this makes a lot of sense to me.
But doesn't singing excite Seymour in Little Shop of Horrors?
I don't know. I've only seen part of it.
Same.
It's one of my favorite musicals. And anyways, that's a whole tangent. Alan Menken is a genius, but yeah, I'd like to try and sing it to sleep and soothe it to sleep.
So you spend your action singing to it, and it does nothing.
Cool. Okay, great. So I'm just singing, singing, and weeping.
Worth a shot.
So I don't get the sword.
No.
Tell you what, no, you can also try to throw the sword.
Okay, yeah, I'll eat the
I was
sword
gonna
while
attack it
While
either
you're
way.
singing.
So it's gone. That's all I'm gonna say. Wait, so is there rolls to be made? Sorry.
No, you could probably just toss it, right?
Like hand it. We're pretty close.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go
great.
ahead.
Gilligan, you have a sword.
What's the singing? What happened with the singing? What was the effect?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Dag, dude. All right.
She sings like this.
Happy birthday.
Just sing happy birthday. Who's Mr. President? So I'll like try to get real brave, you know, where he's like doing that thing. He's like, and he's like brushing himself off a lot, and then like tilting the hat forward, and then I just like close my eyes and reach my arm forward and just like swipe as much as I can wildly at the I guess sort of the vine that Skipper's that's holding Skipper.
Great. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
So
So that's gonna be a flat D20 roll.
12.
So 12 will not do it. Will not hit anything. But Gilligan does have a power that you can turn any failed roll into a success. I just get to introduce an additional complication.
Well, you're too excited about that. That's complication.
I don't think we need additional complications right now.
Is this a once a campaign thing, or this is I can do this
Just
many
go.
times as I want?
What
got-
if, Eli, instead of the bad thing happening, a worse thing could happen that you don't know about yet.
Gilligan's power is a monkey paw with fucking unlimited fingers. This is sick. I want to see what happens. Now this is just like I gotta use it. So I mean, I think it's gonna go real bad. Brian's licking his goddamn chops. I feel like, well, I don't know. You're probably gonna get eaten pretty soon too. So yeah, sure. I'm like missing, and then I open my fingers a little bit and get one good slice on the vine.
I think also, just for color here, in this scene, the Skipper is like having to dodge his limbs from getting chopped with each blindfold.
Yeah, I'm like almost hitting the Skipper perfectly when I have my eyes closed, but nowhere near the vines.
The sword like lands still next to Skipper's shoulder, and Skipper like pushes it over and like lifts it, and that's for Gilligan's final chop.
I swipe off just a couple of your remaining hairs off the top of your head.
So Gilligan, you deal a hit to the giant monster, slice through the vine. The Skipper drops to the floor with a thud. However, you can hear the loud, heavy footsteps outside the door. One might assume the beast is on the move.
I'm like,
that's the door that we came in, or the new door?
I hear the heavy, like wet chomping, and I'm like, what did you say, Ginger?
You can hear it from behind the door you came in. So the room you were just in, you can hear it moving around in there.
I wish there was a TV&D for musicals. That is a very interesting idea, I think.
Oh, I'm 100% on board.
Cats?
Oh no! Do we have to do Glee at some point?
The railway cat, cat of the.
All right. So you hear the beast coming. Okay, but Gilligan's free. I mean, the Skipper's free.
I'm free.
So that was your guys' round. So that means the vines are back up. These things are tightening their grip on Ginger. Ginger,
right.
make a save for me.
I forgot about Ginger. Just like the writers.
Skipper, you're okay.
Yay!
Oh,
Did you roll?
I got a 19.
Oh, okay. It was delayed.
It is a good number.
Ginger, you are still stuck in the vines, but they do not hurt you any further. Meanwhile, the two vines two more vines are coming from the large flower monster. One's coming for Gilligan, one is coming for the skipper. You guys can both make saves to avoid.
Right, I'll roll first with my dodging. Nice, I'm fine. As
Gilligan's
usual.
fine.
Okay. The skipper hoists his pants up and gets ready to juke past it one direction or another, and fails miserably.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
He's trying to dodge two vines, and like a third one just grabs him from behind.
Actually, though, no, you know what? That's my fault. So he has grabbed you, but it's still gumming the shield in its maw. So you'll still get a turn of it not catapulting you into Deathland. It's your guys' turn again.
Damn, I was gonna try to form like a phalanx with Skipper. I don't know how to do that now. Because you're picked up again, you're getting dangled
Skipper,
again, right?
form a phalanx!
Skipper!
What, Gilligan?
You aren't familiar with the hoplite soldiers? Skipper!
Well, you know, I know a few of the hops, but, you know, the hoplites, remind me which ones they were.
The hop heavies, but
I'm like, Skipper, you gotta stay out of the vines. And I'm like,
did I know that?
Like this. This is up to Brad. I'm like this. And I just do like this crazy amount of dodging and dodge like a billion vines. See, just dodge them.
We're coming up on 11, so we will probably find out what happens in this big vine flower room, and then probably call it a night, if that makes sense.
Yes. Well, it's good, because that way we still have more characters left after this one.
Maybe. We'll see, yeah. We'll see how fast we can burn through. Go ahead.
I still have the rope with the grappling hook around me, right?
Yeah.
I think Ginger remembers like a Tarzan equivalent show that she was in and realizes that she can like throw the rope maybe, and so she's gonna try and swing it above her head and like hook it into the plant and kill it. She's gonna try to like use it like a fucking whatever weapon.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. Roll plus your skill.
Okay, cool. Oh, God damn it!
Yikes.
Fuck me!
I
Okay,
think
that's a 5 with my +2.
I think the rope just like the rope slips out of your hands and it just soars across the room.
The torch, we do have, Dwebble says we have a lot of torches, which is true, and we haven't been using.
I'm not sure if they're actually lit, are they?
We'll say
they're in my pocket.
we'll say they're magical torches where you just take off the cap and it lights.
Well, that sounds far too smart for Gilligan. I'm just going to try to chop the vine again. And free Skipper again.
Great.
All right.
Great.
So that's a +0?
That is a +0.
Gilligan. Uh-oh. Well, I didn't make it.
You want to take the failure on that one?
The old monkey's paw.
With 1,000 fingers.
I mean, I feel like with the spirit of the show, I should almost not be allowed to fail rolls, because Gilligan never fails rolls the way that they were intended to be failed. Yeah.
That is sound logic.
Yeah, crank one of them fingies down on the monkey paw, on the old MP.
Infinite monkey paw.
Yeah.
It's a monkey paw with one finger that just springs back up.
Yeah.
So let's see. Okay, so Skipper, the vine has you pretty high up as Gilligan slices through the vine, and you're gonna take 1d3 hits from the fall.
Yeah, I'm like,
Okay.
Skipper, get ready. 1d3.
So that is 2
okay.
hits.
Okay. I think
Skipper...
I like land right on my head, and then like a bump grows on my head that like pushes me off the ground, like straight off the top of my head, before I like roll over like a egg to land right side up, cross-eyed, of course.
Yeah, and somebody's saying there is a weapon that is like what Carolyn's describing, but I can't remember what it is. Not a lasso. Something on a long string.
It
Just
seems
a
like
grappling
something
hook?
from a
There's
Jackie
something-
Chan movie.
Yeah, no, I saw it in some kung fu movie. It's like a weight on a string, and they're like bop bop bop. Actually, no, I saw it in the anime Baki, I think, but it works pretty good in there. They really mess somebody up with it.
Now I am thinking of a
Not
kung
quite
fu
a
movie
fail,
where like you
have
can
a
like
hit.
wrap it around your parts of your body, and
Yeah, it's like what?
it is cool.
Yeah, doesn't she use it in fucking Kill Bill?
Oh
The-
yeah.
That was like a
the-
flail mace thing, right?
I
It's
guess
different.
That
It's like a
was, yeah.
it's like a fishing weight that you just smack somebody with.
Anyway, is it
Anyway,
my turn or what?
yeah.
Anyway,
All right, so Skipper's
okay.
free.
Can I just try something now? So I think like I put my hat back on, like I pull it down over the bump, and it, like it has a big thing, and so I pull it up again and I pull it down and it pushes the bump down. This is now like a Popeye cartoon instead of Gilligan's. And I think I
you
like
should definitely do Popeye.
I storm up to the maw of the thing, and if I'm allowed to, I just like grab my shield out with one hand and plunge my knife directly in with the other hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's hope that this maw is a good.
The fail is going to be bad here, but yeah.
Also, Popeye
Wizard
still
Death says
rules.
it's Kusarigama, a chain sickle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cool.
That's like a really cold chain.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, should I roll? Am I rolling?
Go for it.
We doing this really? Pow. WTF. That's a 4.
Dang it, Skipper.
I love that no one but Gilligan has rolled well tonight.
Skipper.
Well, I've
you
rolled
go to
badly. I
take
just
your
ignore
shield-
it.
Skipper, you go to take your shield out of the maw, and instead you're just kind of like, now your arm is in the buckle or in the straps of it, and you're kind of like stuck in the maw. And you won't take damage yet, but it's not gonna be good.
Okay, great.
That's all 3 of our turns, right?
Yep.
It's Vine
okay.
time.
It's Vine time. Let's see. Okay, Carolyn, you're gonna be up first. Make a saving throw for me
Okay.
as these vines into you.
That's is that a 12 or a
But it's a 15. You are
Okay.
fine.
Great.
Gilligan. Let's see. Another one of the actually, you know what, Gilligan?
What?
One's not coming for you. The vine that normally does come for you is coming for Skipper.
You want Skipper dead real bad.
Skipper, you're gonna take 2 hits at the moment. One is the vine, essentially like trying to push you into the maw.
Okay.
So how about you roll to avoid that one first?
All right. Here we go.
And then the maw's
Rolling
gonna go.
to avoid. It's a 3.
I did like tasty JKs there. Choke it with your corpse. Good.
So the vine like sort of like nudges you deeper into the maw, Skipper, and you are now facing down the glowing red gullet of this creature.
I'm like on the shield, like
Yeah.
riding on the tongue of this thing.
And it is you're gonna make a saving throw now to avoid being fully eaten by the
Okay.
and
Let's
dying.
cross our fingers, folks. Let me just check my character.
Is that
sheet
even a
real
hit
fast.
situation, or that's just a dead situation?
I would let you. Well, no,
He's
if
gotta
he
get
will be,
chewed.
He's
Can
gonna
I-
die if he fails this. Your taking hits will apply though.
Can I? My taking hits will apply, not my sailing, which is +4, because I'm kind of like trying to sail this shield out of the mouth of this guy.
Sorry, pal.
All right.
Seems like something you'd have
Okay.
to be pretty strong to do to me. Have some sort of strength bonus.
Oh, yeah. Okay, it's +4. All right, so I got a +3. Is
Yeah.
that it? All right.
Yeah.
All right, cross your fingers, everybody. Here we go. Whoa! That's 18 total, right?
Jesus.
Skipper, how do you get yourself free from near death?
I You know what? I'm saying I'm taking command of this as the skipper. I'm commanding the game back, and I do sail out of there. I like the maw closes, and then like a second later it reemerges, and I'm like riding the shield with a improvised sail made out of my shirt that's like stuck on like a mast made of like the torch handles, and like I'm glistening, and for the first time you realize that our round skipper is actually round because he's barrel chested and kind of like ripped in a kind of like gross Alex Jonesy kind of way. You know,
he's not ripped, he's just taut.
Yeah, he's like he's a very dense, wide chested, wet man. Yeah, and
Can I riff it further where it's like it takes a while, so you keep seeing the mouth close and then be forced back open, and then you're like on the tongue like a wave, and it just like does it a couple times. Yeah, sweet. Ride it, Skipper, ride him.
I'm coming, little buddy.
Skipper,
gross.
you are free. It is your guys' turn. This thing is near death.
Oh. Wait, is Skipper
So am
is Skipper out of the mouth, or it's still like he's still
Skipper
engaged?
is out, free of the mouth.
All right.
Ginger's gonna try her what was the name of that weapon? Wizard Dad?
Kusarigama.
That one flying across the room.
Oh wait, across the room. Okay. Ginger's gonna I guess I don't know.
Can I throw my knife to Ginger as I'm sailing out?
Yeah.
Or can I just use my move now to throw it to Ginger?
Yeah, you can throw it to Ginger.
All right.
Yeah,
I toss my
Ginger's
knife to Ginger.
She catches it in a cool way and then fucking stabs the plant that's got her entangled.
Great. Go ahead and roll for it.
17.
The thing just and dies, just wilting around you. You are free.
Nice.
What is your like cool moment as?
Happy birthday to me.
And I say, I feel like I just got born, and I wipe like plant placenta off of my forehead. With my big
placenta! It's pregnant. No, it's not. All right, we already had the pulsing thing. We're not gonna put any more of my public school sexual education on trial here.
That's all Eli knows about sex.
It's like okay. Can I try to like? I want to try to put my sword into the side and like fish hook it with the sword.
Yeah.
Try to slice the maw open in a real gross
Hell
way.
yeah, do it.
Let's go. Gilligan.
Hey!
This is Gilligan. This is my island.
How do you absolutely Gilligan, describe your very epic cutscene destroying this thing.
I stick the sword into the side of its mouth, and then I just like grab it with both hands, and I run around the whole plant, like pushing it, like a little saw, just like you'd open like a jar or something.
Cut to like me and Ginger, like our heads going around in circles while we watch him running.
I'm in double time again. They sped it up, like, and like every circle I make, I get a little closer to the center of the plant. It's like
the plant, the other vines in the room begin to wither and die. This huge creature just wilts and turns brown. It's like flower maw, just also wilts, if you will. And that is the end of it.
I'm like excited after I kill it, but right before I can celebrate, my face just fills with green like a cartoon, and I throw up in my hat because I'm so dizzy.
So we will pick up. Like I said, this season is a little different. We're just gonna pick up where we left off next week. But we'd like to have a final moment in this dungeon room before we proceed further.
I think Skipper goes, "You did it, little buddy!" And he like gives Gilligan a big bear hug, not realizing that the vomit is squishing against his chest. And then he turns to Ginger and he goes, "Ah!" And he's like gonna hug her, and then he kind of like looks at her face, and like a tooth falls out of the hole in the side of her cheek, and he just kind of like pats her on the shoulder reassuringly and turns away.
I pick up the tooth and put it back in her cheek. There you go.
Ginger looks very grateful, and then
Can she?
also goes about the and then she goes about the women's work and just like repairs all of their clothes and like makes sure everyone's clean, and she makes like a stew out of the fucking plant. A nourishing stew. And then cries.
It's got Skipper in it. I'm like eating this stew, and then I pull out one of Skipper's shoes.
And that's the first episode of Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming, everybody. This was super fun.
Yeah.
Let's see. We'll be back next week. I'm dropping a link in the chat right now. If you like these little 16-bit tokens that we were using today, I really like them. This artist Zeshio uses them, and I just threw a link to his store where you can buy them.
I'm also gonna throw a link to our new Discord that we made, where we can announce when we're going live and you can chat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a link to Google.com because it's a cool
Nice.
website that you use to find things.
Nice.
I'm gonna throw a link to not my Twitch page because I'm still locked out, so I probably won't be streaming on Monday. I'm really working on it, babies. But I'll be here.
Eli, anywhere you would like to throw a link to? Oh, wait.
I put the socials in there. Outside of that, you can listen to my podcast that I do that comes out once a week. There's a bonus episode if you subscribe to the Patreon. It's called What a Time to Be Alive with my friends Kath Barbador and Patrick Monahan.
Hell yeah. Guys, we'll be back next week. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Whoa.
And you're on Gilligan's Island.